You wipe a smudge of white dust from the counter. The old iron oven hums in the corner. It is not a normal hum. It sounds like a choir of deep voices. You check the temperature gauge. The needle spins past the maximum mark. It points to a symbol you do not know. Most bakers worry about burning a loaf. You worry about burning a hole in reality. The kitchen feels too small for this energy. The air tastes like static electricity. You tighten the strings of your apron. This is no ordinary morning bake. The oven door vibrates. A warm orange light spills from the cracks. It lights up your boots. You grab your favorite wooden spoon. It feels light in your hand. You are ready to work. A rumble shakes the floorboards beneath you. You look out the window. The sky is usually blue. Today it is a swirl of purple and gold. Something falls from the clouds above. It looks like snow, but it is not cold. It is glowing grain. You open the pantry door. The roof vents are open. The glowing grain pours in. It fills your jars. It fills the bowls. You pick up a handful. It feels warm. The grains pulse with a faint light. This is not wheat from a field. It is dust from a falling star. You have read about this. Legends call it star-born flour. It is rare. It is dangerous. And it is the main ingredient. You grab a large mixing bowl. You scoop the glowing dust into it. The room brightens. The flour wants to be used. It swirls in the bowl on its own. You need a liquid to bind it. Water is too simple. Milk is too weak. A knock echoes at the back door. It is a slow rhythm. You open it. Two tall figures stand there. They wear robes made of woven light. These are the elder ones. They do not speak with mouths. Their voices ring inside your head. They hold out a small glass jar. Inside floats a golden bubble. It is the yeast. It is a living culture from the void. They hand it to you gently. You feel the weight of it. It is heavy for its size. The figures bow. They step back into the shadows. You close the door. You look at the jar. The bubble divides and multiplies. It is hungry. You pour the golden culture into the flour. The reaction is instant. Sparks fly from the bowl. You grab the spoon and start to mix. The dough fights back. It is thick and tough. It pulls at your arms. You grit your teeth and stir harder. The mixture changes color. It turns from white to deep blue. Swirls of green appear. You see shapes forming in the batter. They look like continents. The blue parts ripple like oceans. It is a sphere. It floats in the center of the bowl. You are not just making bread. You are kneading a world. The dough feels warm and alive. It spins slowly. You sprinkle a bit of salt. The tiny oceans foam. You add a dash of sugar. The green lands brighten. The smell is intoxicating. It smells like rain on hot asphalt. It smells like fresh grass. You shape it with your hands. It is perfectly round. The oven dings. It is ready. You slide the round dough onto a peel. The heat hitting your face is intense. It does not feel like fire. It feels like the sun. You slide the planet into the chamber. You close the heavy iron door. The latch clicks shut. The viewing window goes dark. Then it flares with light. You watch the process begin. The dough rises. But it does not just puff up. It expands. Gravity seems to bend inside the box. Time moves faster in there. You see clouds forming on the crust. The heat hardens the outer shell. You check the timer. Minutes feel like eras. The crust turns a golden brown. It looks like rock and soil. Tiny cracks form valleys. High spots become mountains. You hear a crackle. It sounds like thunder. Small bolts of lightning arc across the loaf. It's a storm in a box. You tap the glass. The sound echoes. Something stirs on the surface of the bread. The crust is cooling rapidly. It's now a hard shell. It protects the soft core inside. You see a flash of metal. It's tiny. You squint your eyes. A small ship descends. It lands on a crusty mountain peak. It's a scout ship. You can barely see it. It's the size of a crumb. The hatch opens. Tiny figures step out. They plant a flag. They drill into the ground. They are tasting the world. You hear a faint cheer. It sounds like a mosquito buzzing. They like the flavor. News travels fast in the kitchen. Your radio turns on by itself. Static clears. A voice speaks. It's deep and demanding. The Empire has detected your bakery. They want the loaf. They do not want to eat it. They want to own it. They claim the sector is theirs. You look at the oven. The planet is still baking. It needs more time. The crust is not fully set. A holographic map projects from the radio. Red dots approach your location. They are warships. They are coming for the dough. You wipe sweat from your forehead. You need a plan. The back door opens again. This time it is not the elder ones. It is a ragtag group. They wear patches on their jackets. They are rebels. They smell like engine grease and cinnamon. The leader steps forward. She holds a pouch. It glows with a red dust. She speaks quickly. She says it is a spice blend. It is called Freedom Fire. It makes the bread tough. It makes the flavor spicy. It repels the greedy. She offers it to you. You nod. You open the oven door. The heat blasts out. You sprinkle the red dust over the spinning world. The crust absorbs the spice. The colors shift. The blue oceans turn purple. The mountains glow red. The rebels cheer. They run to the windows to watch the sky. The Empire ships arrive. They are huge. They block out the sun. They fire green beams at your bakery. The walls shake. Plaster falls from the ceiling. You do not run. You stand by the oven. The beams hit the oven force field. The energy reflects. The spice in the dough reacts. The planet flares. A shield of heat expands from the crust. It pushes the beams back. The enemy ships are confused. They fire again. The planet absorbs the energy. The dough rises faster. It is fueled by the attack. The crust thickens. It becomes armor. You watch through the glass. The tidy scout ship is safe. The rebels high-five each other. The leader points to the loaf. The surface is changing. The spice causes the land to fold. Giant vaults open up. They are caves deep in the crust. The tiny people on the surface run inside. They are hiding. The vaults seal shut. The population is safe underground. The Empire gets frustrated. They send fighter jets. The jets dive at the oven. But the air around the bread is thick. It is like flying through syrup. The buttery aroma is too heavy. The jets get stuck. Their engines clog with sticky fumes. They spin out of control. You laugh. It is a sound of relief. The enemy ships are caught in a web of aroma. They cannot move. Their sensors are blinded by the smell of fresh yeast. The admiral on the radio screams. He orders a retreat, but his engines are gummed up. The defeat is total. The battle ends. The red dots on the map fade. The rebels shake your hand. They leave as quickly as they came. You turn off the oven. The heat dissipates. You open the door. The smell fills the house. It is the best thing you have ever smelled. It is the scent of victory. You slide the peel under the planet. You pull it out. It is heavy. It sits on the cooling rack. The crust is solid. The storms have settled. You see lights turning on. The tiny cities are glowing. The people are coming out of the vaults. They build bridges across the cracks. They start farms in the valleys. You see tiny ships launch. They are not warships. They are trade ships. They zip around your kitchen. They carry grains from the counter. They bring back tiny ores. The economy is booming. Travelers from other systems arrive. They land on the counter. They want to buy a slice. You tell them no. This world is not for eating. It is for living. They understand. They set up stalls. Your kitchen becomes a marketplace. The aroma draws them in. You wipe your hands on your apron. The job is done. You look at the reflection in the oven glass. You look tired, but you look happy. The legends were true. A baker can shape destiny. The name of your bakery spreads. They call you the Star Shaper. The tiny people build a statue on the highest peak. It looks like you. You smile. It is a bit flattering. You grab a glass of water. You take a long drink. The flour dust settles. The kitchen is quiet again. The hum of the oven fades to a whisper. But then you feel it. A pulse. It comes from the floor. You look down. The sack of star-born flour moves. It tips over. more dust spills out. The oven light turns on by itself. The dial spins. It goes past the maximum again. The heat returns. You feel a grin spread across your face. The first batch was just practice. The yeast in the jar bubbles. It is ready for round 2. You pick up the mixing bowl. You grab the spoon. The galaxy is full of hungry mouths, and you have a lot of baking to do.